What about the music? What's up, guys? My name is Info, and this is Guerra. And we're coming to you guys for the first time, just to sit here and kind of talk about different things. Whatever comes to mind, really. Like I said, it's our first episode, and we're kind of new to this. So, Guerra, what do you want to talk about? Well, I don't know. I was thinking about talking a little bit aside from Peru. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in South America, and perhaps how should we, um, as a country, perhaps help with all of these crises in Venezuela. I think that's a good topic. So, what have you heard about Venezuela and South America as a whole, as kind of like what America doesn't hear? What does America not hear about the situation that you know? Well, I think everything is pretty well known. Everybody knows what's going on down there in South America. Everybody's fleeing onto any other country, Brazil, Colombia, Peru. So there is probably a lot of people on the border right now in Peru. I know about that. I follow some news of what's going on down there. So there is a little concern with that because we all have to, help each other. There's been times where Peru has been in the same situation, and then they also had to go to live in Venezuela. So we can just turn our backs and just say, you know what, uh, forget about them. Yeah, but there is definitely some problems that arise with all of these people, all of our Venezuelan brothers coming into the country that we need to address. Like even though we're very friendly with them, we need to address some issues that could hurt my country as well. And what are some of those issues? Because again, I don't think a lot of American people understand what the true crisis is and what is going on in Venezuela and really in a lot of different countries in South America. I could say maybe aren't as bad as Venezuela is, but they're trending to get to that point where they have this radical type of government. Hmm. Well, the situation is very bad down there. We've seen how the Presidente Maduro is a dictator, and anybody that is against him, it just you will probably die. So, well, I'm sure you heard. Everybody's heard. That they eat their dogs. They have eaten their dogs and their cats. Some yeah, people, I've seen news like that. But so the situation is pretty bad, and well, I don't know what would you suggest in order to like what kind of solution would we be thinking about even I think that's a good question because I, I I think following up on what you said earlier, a big part of it has to do with the surrounding countries that are surrounding Venezuela have to do more and pull more weight. And I think all of South and Central America should be there as a Latino brother to pick them up and try to help them. But at the same time, though, if you think about it, if we help them, then we're essentially helping the government do their job, which is well, feed their people and provide a good
I was gonna say something like that before, but I do acknowledge that this is a responsibility that should come from their own government. You know,
Yeah,
they will need to invest the money in order to bring all of these uh, all of these Venezuelans back to their country.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And it's it's something that, well, you said bring them back to the country.
Yeah, because if you think about it, people don't really want to be like, especially in South America, people want to live in their countries. Like I bet any Venezuelan would love to go back to their country. Like there is no doubt they wouldn't be in Peru if they didn't need to.
Well, I'm sure if they're in Peru, then they gotta be in Ecuador. They
Yeah,
gotta
they
be
are
in
everywhere in
Colombia.
Colombia,
They have,
Brazil,
yeah. They're
and
in Chile.
Ecuador. And there's been some incidents. I've
They're
seen news where there's been some confrontations.
I seen that where they, I think that one, a group of them attacked some Brazilian guy
Mhm.
that was taking care of them, and then the guy that was like feeding them and
Mhm.
helping them, they killed that guy.
Yeah, it seems like there was an old guy, Brazilian guy, that was helping this group of Venezuelan dudes. So
I think I heard that from you actually.
yeah, apparently they killed the guy, and then all of the citizens of, well, I don't remember the name of the city, but they just they took the justice by themselves.
Man. So okay, so the Brazilians got back at those guys for doing what they did.
Yeah, and there is many cases. You see, there is a hatred on social media from Venezuela. Some Venezuelans do that. Like not all of them. I don't want to like stereotype everyone.
Right, you don't want to promote
Yeah, no, there
anybody.
is.
We're not here to do
I
that.
bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Venezuelans should be
But you
beautiful.
know,
They're
there's gonna be
beautiful people.
people that are gonna be talking trash on here and saying
No,
all kinds of stuff.
I didn't point.
No,
I
no,
want to
no.
be
But that's what
the
I'm saying.
worst because
Regardless of what you say, there's gonna be people on there that talk trash.
yeah, but perhaps they do not see I'm not saying it the right way. I don't know, but I'm just trying to say that the Venezuelan people, they want to be in their country because their country is beautiful. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't be if I didn't need to. I wouldn't be in. I would be in Peru probably.
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, and I think touching up on that, that is why we're here in America
Yeah.
because everybody comes here because it's the land of opportunity.
Yeah, like
It's a,
this is the line of opportunities. Like anybody that comes to this country and works hard, that's the American values and that's the American dream. Like
so I'm
work
glad you brought
hard.
this up because see, a lot of people right now are talking about a lot of things like immigration and stuff like that. So this leads us pretty good into that, which we had no idea we were actually going to talk about this at all. Like, we don't have an agenda. We're not
No, we're
coming out
just
here to
friends.
decide
We're
to
just
talk
friends and
about
we're just
what,
talking about
we're
stuff.
just talking amongst each other and just bringing the conversation to you guys for you guys to, maybe discuss and amongst yourselves and, your own friends as well. But, so yeah, so like I said, talking about immigration, man, being that we're the land of the free in this country, I'm sure has given you a lot of opportunities. I know it's given me a lot of opportunities.
Mhm.
Um, and how do you feel when um, people are talking about immigration nowadays? How does it make you feel as an immigrant? I'm an immigrant myself. I
Mhm.
wasn't born here, but we're both citizens, and I would say that we're both know what it's like to come up as an immigrant
Mhm.
in the United States. Not necessarily, I think I've been here longer than you, but you have your own type of story because you had to come here and you didn't have no family here. I grew up with a family here, so
Mhm.
my story is a little different from yours, just like I'm sure a lot of different Latino
Mhm.
people, um, or any immigrant from any part of the world. You could be from Europe, you can be from Asia, whatever, dude, you're an immigrant just like us. And at the same time, a lot of our white friends, they're immigrants too, but they just been here longer than us. So it is what it is, and that's what immigration is. But I personally feel like, and then you can maybe touch on it. I feel like America has given me a lot of opportunities, and I'm grateful for everything. And I don't know. I feel like our country is in a point where we have to control, and we've always had to control the immigration. Any country has to control how much immigration, and that's why we segued from what you're saying, what we were talking about Venezuela and how they have to bring
Well,
their people back.
this is the problem, Victor. When things are done right, the right way, like there is
But what is
always
the right way? That's what I'm
the
saying.
right way is coming legally to this country. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
and I think that same ideology and politics should be applied to Peru. Like, let's all work together. We cannot, turn our backs on these beautiful people, but we have to set the rules so there is no this kind of confrontations.
Yeah,
So we said that because they don't know who these people are,
yeah,
like they don't have IDs or anything like that where they can be identified when they commit a crime.
yeah.
So we need to know these people who they are.
I
You
agree.
know, um, and I don't mean like these people all of Venezuelans because
No,
there is bad
anybody.
members like
Yeah,
everywhere in Peru there is bad members as well, but we are not focusing on the main interests of the country because there is more people on the streets, so there is more money to be invested from the government in order to make it up for all of these extra people. So we
I agree.
need to think that we are spending some money, so we need to do the things the legal way, so we can make our numbers. And we there is a way for us to manage everything.
Yeah,
It cannot go out of control, and with all of the situation that's going on with the corruption down there, that is nasty. Everyone is corrupted down there, so it's nobody cares.
when you say corruption, well, where like you mean the government is corrupt?
Yeah,
Are you
everyone.
talking the federal government, the local
I
government,
don't
or
want to
just
say
system?
somebody in specific. I just said it like that. Peru is a place where nowadays it's not very safe, so I wouldn't like to touch on it too much.
Okay,
It's just a general comment.
that's
Everybody
fair
can
enough.
tell. Everybody can see on the.
Yeah, of course. So then again, so since you said that everybody must come here legally, so what? How do you feel about the Democrats? The Democrats want to kind of open up the borders. They say, hey, anybody that wants to come in, let them come in, and that's why they have these things called sanctuary cities. I don't know if you heard of those.
Yeah,
So
Miami is one, right?
I don't know. Is Miami
Yeah,
one? Miami's a sanctuary city?
I believe so.
Oh man, that sucks. We're pretty close to Miami, so that sucks. If Miami's a sanctuary city, Miami,
I
if you're a
know.
sanctuary city, that's messed up, man. We're gonna have to do some research on that before we put Miami out there like that. But but yeah. So I mean, it sucks that there is sanctuary cities in the United States. I think one of them is San Francisco, right? San Francisco has become like, or I think it's LA. I know definitely LA is a sanctuary city.
Well, it seems it's no longer a sanctuary city.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You know what? They've been voting. They've been doing good. Keep it up, Cali. Cali has been voting no on sanctuary cities. I think you guys must keep doing that because it's become really ridiculous, and I can only imagine over there being so close to the border that is lawless, essentially. That there is a lot of crime, and obviously there's a lot of drugs and bad people, obviously, that are going to come through the border. Of course, there's good people too, man. We're not saying that everybody that comes through there is a bad person. We know that there's people that want to come here and see their family because they want to see their family. So we understand that, but we're not saying it's right. You got to come here legally. You got to come here how it should be and how it was set up. It's actually set up pretty easily. You just got to give it time. If you don't want to give it time, then you don't belong here. Like I had to wait. My family, my whole family had to wait. So so yeah, man. So I definitely agree with you on that, and it's it's like I said, it's a crazy subject. And since we're talking about this, have you been seeing the news and all this stuff about how the big media, so what is it called? The big tech censorship type of stuff has been going on, like Facebook, Twitter, all these companies are like censoring people that have certain type of opinions. Like, well, actually, what we're talking about right now might just get censored as soon as we, put it on. I mean, it's live, So essentially, I guess they could take us off our live because maybe there's
Well, I
no
don't
shit.
think we're saying anything
But we're
that we
not.
should be
We're
concerned of. We're just
no,
saying
no, we're not saying
opinions.
anything bad. But just because we're expressing these certain things that go against what they believe, and by they is I'm saying kind
Well,
of like the left.
we should be able to just say our opinions without.
We should.
That's what we believe in, right?
We
This is
should,
what
because that's what
this
America's
country is.
about.
Yeah, it's
That's
built
what
on.
America. Yeah, that's what this thing is for. You know, that's why we have that there. So I'm sure someone from YouTube within these first 15 minutes said, "Hey, look at those guys. Those guys just started live for the first time. Hey, man, we're just two guys talking, and maybe you guys are gonna censor us and not allow anybody to go onto our new channel and even view
Yeah.
us, you know." But we're just gonna talk to
Eventually,
you
we
guys.
should just read some parts, perhaps, of this book.
Well,
So people is more
if you
knowledgeable.
want to read a part, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, can you go ahead and
yeah, I'll help you out here. Yeah, I got one. I got
whichever is your
just the
favorite?
one.
Just one for me.
I got just the one. Literally one. Where is it? Where is it? I think we'll start off with this. At one point, Jefferson issued a warning. Thomas Jefferson, that is. In 1789, Thomas Jefferson warned that the judiciary, excuse me, if given too much power, might ruin our republic and destroy our rights. And I think that's fitting because that's what's going on right now. The judiciary is deciding on whether or not these big tech companies like Facebook, Twitter, uh, Google, YouTube, because some of these companies are all intertwined. I don't know if you know that, right? Did you know that? Like Twitter owns Periscope, Facebook owns Instagram,
So those are. I didn't know that
Google and
personally,
YouTube
but
are all,
they all connected, right?
well, not all of those, but they're connected. They're connected. And from what some people are saying is that they all work in harmony to ban people that are talking about the things that we're talking about. And maybe it's true because look, in the whole time, it's been about 18 minutes. It shows that no one has watched at all. No one. So we're just talking to ourselves.
What was in it recording?
It is recording,
So why wouldn't
but it's
anyone?
live. Exactly. Somebody must be curious and be like, what is this?
Perhaps.
At least just taking a quick a peek, right? Just, hey, what's that? Let me check that out real quick.
Well, I think that was enough for today,
You think so?
right? Yeah.
All right, man. Well, from Info, this is.
Good.
We'll see you guys next time. It doesn't want to end.